Hey gang, just wanted to take a few moments and walk you through the basics of the movie book project, which is the big assignment for this semester. This assignment makes up 40% of your overall grade in the course, so it's very important that you take the time to go through this presentation and the additional instructions provided on Blackboard so you familiarize yourself with the details of this project. First off, why are we doing this project in the first place? Well, this project is designed to assess your ability to critically and analytically think about the complex nature of historical interpretation and representation. Second, it's to understand the difference between popular history and scholarly history. Popular history, of course, will be represented by the movie portion of this project, and the scholarly history will be represented by the book portion of this project. Movies and the way that Hollywood does historical films, it often distorts the true nature of the history or the incidents in question for a variety of reasons, often for dramatic effect, sometimes for ideological purposes, a whole host of reasons that Hollywood and writers and directors choose to do things this way. But by doing so, it often leads the general public to have a distorted view of historical actors, historical events, and historical processes. So, as an addendum to this understanding of the difference between popular history and scholarly history is the ability to gain a greater understanding of the ways that popular culture and media influences the way we think about history, and to gain further insight and knowledge on the ways that the study of a more nuanced and contextualized scholarly history can help rectify those misunderstandings that are passed on to us through Hollywood films and caused by these misrepresentations in popular culture, and gain a greater appreciation for the myriad complexities of human nature and experience. So, of course, the first part of this process is to select your movie and book pairings. Of course, your movies must be about a topic of American history. This is an American history course after all, and you will choose a movie appropriate to the time period under study in this course. For History 131, which is American History 1, that will be from roughly 1492 up until 1865, which is the end of the Civil War. For History 132, that would be from 1865, the end of the Civil War, and the beginning of the period known as Reconstruction, up until about the present day. Your book selection must align with your movie. That means it must be about the same topic as your movie and cover the same time period. The book must be a scholarly work, preferably by an actual historian. Nonfiction works only. And just to be clear, novels are fiction. Any work of nonfiction is not a novel. There always seems to be a little bit of confusion about that. A pre-approved list of movie and book pairings is available in the Movie Book Project folder under the Course Information tab in Blackboard. Any of these selections would be perfect for this project. Now, you may choose a movie book pairing not on that pre-approved list, but any selection must be approved by your instructor, i.e. me. I will be happy to assist anyone in this process who would like to choose something that's not already on that pre-approved list. Movie and book selections are due to me by Friday, February 5th, which would be in week 5. There will be a submission link in that week 5 folder for you to submit your movie book selections. At this point, I just want your selections, just the movie and the book that you are pairing together. You must receive notice of approval by me before proceeding with this project. I will email everyone once I've received all of the movie book selections to let you know if your selections are approved or not. Please do not move forward with the project until you have received approval from me. So, how do you acquire the movie and book? Well, first off, you are responsible for acquiring your movie and book. Most movies are available to stream online, some of them free. However, you may have to pay for it. The first place to check for your book is through the JCC library. All books on the pre-approved list are available through Amazon. I have checked every single one of them. Again, you may have to pay for your book. I suggest you not procrastinate on this, especially acquiring your book. If you have to order a hard copy, it may take a while for shipping. Keep this in mind and go ahead and acquire your materials ASAP. There's nothing worse than waiting until the last minute only to find out that your book will not arrive in time for you to be able to read it thoroughly and write a good review, which of course could prove disastrous for the project for you. So again, I cannot stress enough, as soon as you get approval from me, go ahead and take the steps you need to take to acquire both your movie and book so that this project can proceed with as little hiccups and bumps as possible. So you've made your selections, they have been approved by me, you have acquired your movie, and you have watched your movie, and you are ready to do your movie review. So what exactly am I looking for in that movie review? Well, first off, it must be at least 2 to 3 pages. This is the minimum requirement. You are able to go above and beyond that minimum, but you have to at least hit that minimum. There are specific formatting guidelines I want you to follow, and I have put together a formatting video, which is also available in the movie book project folder under the course information tab in Blackboard. I want you to follow these instructions to the letter. Failure to follow formatting directions will result in an automatic 1-letter grade reduction in your grade for that assignment. Also, I have provided an example of a document that is formatted correctly per my guidelines, and that is also available in the movie book project folder. Now, as a general overview, your review should include an introductory paragraph, which is really the most important paragraph of the entire paper, as it sets the stage for the whole thing. At least 3 body paragraphs. Again, that's the minimum. You can, and often it will be necessary for you to go above and beyond that, but you have to hit that minimum again. And you need to have a good, solid concluding paragraph that ties the whole paper together nice and neatly up in a little bow. Your movie review should address the following. First, a basic summary of the film. What or who was the film about? Who are the main characters? What are the main plot points? Etc. Now, your summary should not be a comprehensive scene-by-scene, point-by-point breakdown of the entire movie. I want a concise summary. Just hit the high notes, the main plot points, the main characters, the main idea that the movie is trying to express. Your summary should be no more than 1, maybe 2 paragraphs at the most. Next, I want your opinion of the film as a whole. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Why or why not? Be detailed in your explanations of this. Lastly, I want your opinion based on your own prior knowledge and your impression of the film on how well the film portrayed the historical reality. Now, I don't want you to go out and do any outside research to, determine, any of these facts that are put forth in the movie. I want you to base this on your own prior knowledge and your general impression of the movie. Now, these 2 points, your opinion of the film as a whole and your impression of the way the film portrayed the historical reality, those 2 things should be the bulk of your paper. The summary, again, no more than 1 or 2 nice, concise paragraphs. The rest of it should be detailed analysis and interpretation of your opinion of the film and your opinion of how well it portrayed the historical reality. Now, I want to make this very clear from the very beginning. Do not use first-person perspective in your essays. Third-person perspective only. That means no I, no me, etc., etc. It is possible to express your personal opinion without using first person. In fact, as the author of the review, any interpretation that is made in the review is by default your personal opinion. Therefore, you don't need to use words like I or phrases like in my opinion to express that basic fact. Now, third-person perspective is the appropriate perspective to use in any scholarly writing, especially in the humanities and social sciences. Things like history, of course, sociology, anthropology, etc., etc. Third-person perspective, again, is what you will be asked to use more often than not as you advance in your academic career. So I want you guys to get used to writing in third-person perspective. First-person perspective is generally used for English literature type courses, but for any other scholarly type courses, again, especially in the humanities or social sciences, third-person perspective is the appropriate perspective to utilize. And the more practice you can get using third-person perspective, the better you will get at it. The second portion of this project, of course, is the book review portion. The book review should also be 2 to 3 pages like your movie review. Again, that is the minimum. You are free and, in fact, welcome to go above and beyond that minimum, but again, you must hit that minimum length. The formatting will be precisely the same as the movie review. As far as the specific guidelines, I've put together another PowerPoint for the book review that is available in the Movie Book Project folder. So please refer to that document for detailed instructions and best practices on how to put together your book review. Now, the final portion of this project, and the one that counts the most, this is for 20% of your overall grade, is your movie book comparison essay. Now, for this essay, the minimum length requirement is 3 to 5 pages. Please make note of that. The first 2 are 2 to 3 pages. Your final essay, the movie book comparison essay, is 3 to 5 page minimum. Again, feel free to go above and beyond that, but you must hit at least that minimum. The formatting, again, is the same as the previous 2 papers. Your movie book comparison essay should include an intro paragraph that clearly defines your thesis and answers this question. Does the movie accurately represent the history of the event, historical actor in question? Now that you've watched your movie and read the book, you should now have a more clear understanding of how well that movie actually portrayed the historical reality. The answer to that question could be either yes, no, or somewhere in the middle. There may be things the movie got both right and wrong. Take note of all of those things and discuss them in your essay. Now, the body of your movie book comparison essay should address the following: a brief description summary of the movie. Again, brief and concise. No more than a paragraph on this one. A brief description summary of the book. Again, concise, no more than a paragraph for that as well. Next, do the two seem to mostly agree or disagree on the events in question? What are the major similarities between the two? What are the major differences between the two? After watching the movie and reading the book, do you still agree with your initial assessment of the historical accuracy of the film? Why or why not? Now, these last 4 points here, again, this should be the bulk of your essay. The summary should be brief and concise, no more than a paragraph or so each. These questions should comprise the bulk of your analysis and interpretation in your movie book comparison essay. The essay should also include a concise conclusion that summarizes your findings and opinions and wraps the entire essay up nice and neatly with a bow. Concludes my presentation and walkthrough of the guidelines and overview of the movie book project for this semester. Keep in mind this project is meant to be both fun and informative. Critical thinking and analysis is key to your success on these essays. I want to see some deep level of thought put forth in your work here. As always, if there are any questions or concerns at any point in the semester regarding this project, please reach out to me and I will be happy to assist in any way I possibly can. In the meantime, go ahead and start checking out that movie book project pre-approved list and get to thinking about some things you might be interested in. Until next time, folks, study hard, and I'll see you soon.